Welcome to NFL Imperialism in Madden 26. Here is a map of all 32 NFL teams. First, we're going to spin a wheel to randomly determine a team. Then we'll spin an arrow to determine which way the team will attack. If the arrow is pointing to another team, the teams will face off in a winner-takes-all game where the winner gets the land of both teams. All that being said, let's get started with this Vikings-Chiefs matchup.
Vikings-Chiefs, big heavyweight matchup in our first matchup of the Imperialism. It is 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. Can the Chiefs respond? No, it is still 7-0 at halftime. Chiefs now driving, only get a field goal, 7-3. Looking for a game-winning drive here. They don't get it. Vikings looking to put them ahead. No, the Chiefs get the game-winning drive, and that's going to do it. The Vikings have been eliminated by the AFC champion, Kansas City Chiefs.
Tough draw for the Minnesota Vikings, but, they would have had to play each other eventually. And the Chiefs come out on top in our first matchup here. And we're back to the wheel. Let's see who the next team is going to be. It'll be the Chicago Bears. Which way will the Bears be attacking? Looks like they're going north. Looks like we're getting Bears-Packers. Two NFC North teams already gone with the Vikings and the Packers. This one at the hands of another NFC North team, the Chicago Bears.
NFC North matchup already. It is 0-0 through the first quarter. Bears score first, 7-0. Looking to extend their lead before half, they cannot. Now looking to extend the lead after half, they do. 14-0. Packers answer. It is 14-7. Can the Bears hold on? 21. And that'll do it. The Chicago Bears have come out on top, defeating the Green Bay Packers.
Those are two big losses already for our Imperialism. And we're down to our top 30. And it's time to spin the wheel. Let's see what our next team is going to be. Forgot to change them to Las Vegas. Wait. Las Vegas. There we go. Which way will the Raiders be attacking? They're going east. Looks like they're taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Got the Raiders taking on the Red Sea here. The Cardinals are up 3-0. Can they extend their lead? They can. 10-0. Raiders responded as 10-7. Can the Raiders come back from this deficit here? Looks like they're not going to get the ball back in time, and the Cardinals are going to win this one 16-7, and the Raiders are eliminated.
And Las Vegas is once again Cardinals territory, which honestly I think people rooted for the Cardinals here before we got the Raiders, so accurate, maybe? And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see which team is up next. It'll be the Arizona Cardinals. And which way will the Cardinals be attacking? Looks like they're going northeast. So they're taking on the Denver Broncos.
Cardinals taking on the Broncos. Back-to-back matchups. Rare in Imperialism here. It is a 3-3 tie at halftime. Let's see which team will be the first to score a touchdown. It'll be the Broncos, but they don't convert. But that's a quick 2 scores from the Broncos. They're going to go up 20-10 here, and that's going to do it. The Cardinals, after winning, have now been eliminated.
Unfortunately, this newly acquired land is now going straight to the Denver Broncos. And that is just the way the cookie crumbles in Imperialism. Uh-oh. And we're back to the wheel. Let's see which team is going to attack next. It'll be the Baltimore Ravens. And which way will the Ravens be attacking? Looks like they're going southeast. They're taking on the Washington Commanders.
Ravens Commanders, the Battle of Maryland. Who's going to come out on top here? Commanders have a 3-0 lead. Can the Ravens respond? No. 6-0 at half, now 14-0, now 21-0. The Ravens might have been the favorites here, but the Commanders are running away with it 28-0. The Ravens fail to score, and that is going to eliminate them.
Gonna be kind of hard to color these peninsulas. Let's just, yeah, that's good enough. And Maryland belongs to the Commanders. And we're spinning the wheel. The next attacking team will be the Kansas City Chiefs. And which way will the Chiefs be attacking? They're going west. That will pit them against the Denver Broncos.
Big divisional matchup here. Chiefs, Broncos. The winner will take the largest landmass of our Imperialism. The Chiefs are out to a 6-0 now, 13-0, 13-3 at halftime, up 20-3 now. The Chiefs looking to run away with this one, and they will. It is final 20-3. The Kansas City Chiefs eliminate the Broncos, and they take over a large portion of the United States.
Broncos were doing all that work for literally nothing, because now they're eliminated and they have nothing to show for it. That sucks, but, as they say, that's the way the Imperialism goes. And we're spinning the wheel. Which team is up next to attack? It'll be the Niners. Which way will the Niners be attacking? They're going north, and they'll be taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Another divisional matchup here. Seahawks score early, and again, 14-0. The Niners respond, but it is now 28-7. The Seahawks looking to run away with it here into the fourth quarter. They're up by 21, and they're going to run out the clock, and that's going to do it. The Niners did not put up much of a fight, and the Seattle Seahawks are moving on.
A dominant performance from Sam Darnold, who, fun fact, one time I did a YouTube video where I said his name 5,000 times. So stupid. And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see the next attacking team. It's gonna be the New England Patriots. And which way will the Patriots be attacking? They're going east. Into the sea. Let's try that again. One more time here. All right, they're going south. Looks like they're taking on the New York Jets.
Another divisional matchup. Shocking. That's how the geography aligns. The Jets are up 14-3. Can the Jets pull off the upset? They are up 17-10. Patriots looking to respond. They only get a field goal, but now have a chance at a game-winning drive. Drake May gets them the touchdown. The Jets, can they go the other way? They cannot. The New England Patriots eliminate the Jets 20-17.
We're just gonna do that. Yeah. Yep. Right there. Perfect. And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see which team is next to attack. It'll be the Cleveland Browns. Which way will the Browns be attacking? They're going northeast. Looks like they're taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's see who comes out on top on this one. 7-0 in favor of the Browns. Can they extend their lead? No. 7-0 at halftime. Now 9-0. They get a safety. This is a two-possession game. Steelers need to score. They do. 9-7. They get the ball back. Chance to kick a game-winning field goal. They get it. The Pittsburgh Steelers come back from 9 points in the fourth quarter, and they win 10-9 by the foot of Chris Boswell and eliminate the Cleveland Browns.
The Steelers are creeping into Ohio as they look to expand, or not. Different strategies in Imperialism, of course. And we are spinning the wheel. The next team is going to be the Chargers. Which way will the Chargers be attacking? They're going east. Looks like they're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
The winner of this matchup will be in possession of the largest landmass of the United States. The Chiefs are out to a 10-7 lead here. Now extend to 17-7. Can they score again before half? No. The Chargers score coming out of half. It is 20-14. The Chargers looking to score. They get a field goal. Can they get the ball back and score? They cannot. The Chiefs win this one 23-17, and they will be expanding their first place empire.
Not a ton of land here, but I'm sure the Chiefs won't complain. Another win for the Kansas City Chiefs here as they expand the largest landmass in the United States. And we are spinning the wheel. Let's see the next team up. It'll be the Carolina Panthers. Which way will the Panthers be attacking? They're going southwest. Looks like they're taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Panthers, Falcons. Who will come out on top in this matchup? The Panthers are off to a 7-0, now 14-0 lead. Can the Falcons respond? They can. 14-7. Panthers looking to extend the lead before half. 17-7, now 17-14. It is 20-14 now in favor of the Panthers. 20-17. The Falcons tie it up. It is the fourth quarter. Now in overtime, the Panthers score a touchdown. Falcons the other way. They get a touchdown. The Falcons now with a chance to win it. They get the touchdown and they win it. The Falcons eliminate the Panthers in an overtime thriller.
Perhaps our most exciting matchup yet. The Falcons eliminate the Panthers. When we get down to the Final Four, we'll watch the games live as they happen, don't worry. And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see who the next team is gonna be. It's gonna be the Texans. Which way will the Texans be attacking? They're going northeast. Looks like they're taking on the Saints.
Texans, Saints. Big matchup here to take over the southern United States. The Texans off to a 6-0 lead, now 6-3, now 9-3. Great field goal fest happening right now, 9-6. Will any team score a touchdown? The Saints, they will. 13-9. The Saints pull off the win in the last second by scoring the only touchdown of the game and eliminating the Houston Texans.
There's actually not a lot of land here to take over, but a win is a win. The Saints will live to fight another day in this imperialism. And we're spinning the wheel. I believe we're down to our top 20, so let's see who's next. It's going to be the Jags. And which way will the Jaguars be attacking? They're going north. Looks like they're taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Jags, Falcons. Who's going to win this one? The Jags off to a 7-0 lead, looking to extend. No. Falcons the other way, get a field goal. 7-3. Falcons now 7-6. 10-6 now in favor of the Jaguars. Falcons take a lead 13-10. Jaguars with a chance to tie it up. They don't. And the Falcons will win by a score of 13-10 and eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Falcons eliminate the first Florida team and they're going to stay alive in this Imperialism. 2 wins on the board for the Falcons. And we're spinning the wheel. Which team is going to be next? It'll be the Philadelphia Eagles. Which way will the Eagles be attacking? They're going southwest. That'll pit them against the Washington Commanders.
Can the Commanders pull it off, or will the Eagles run through them? It is 7-0 in favor of the Eagles, now 7-3. Eagles looking to extend. They cannot. 7-3 remains the score at halftime. The Commanders score coming out of halftime 10-7. It is now 10-10. Eagles with a chance to win it here. Can they kick a field goal? They can. Jake Elliott wins it for the Philadelphia Eagles as they eliminate the Commanders from the Imperialism, and they are moving on.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with that. We're just going to color over it. The Eagles are taking over Maryland and Virginia. And we're spinning the wheel. Which team will be attacking next? It's going to be the Atlanta Falcons. Which way will the Falcons be attacking? They're going northeast. It'll be the Battle of the Birds. The Falcons taking on the Eagles.
The team with 2 wins already in this Imperialism taking on the most recent champion Eagles. It is 0-0 here through the entire first half, actually. Can the Falcons be the first to score? They can. 7-0 coming out of half now. Eagles looking to respond 7-3. Can the Falcons put it away? No, 10-3. But now the Eagles turn the ball over and the Falcons win it. The Falcons have defeated the reigning Super Bowl champions. The Falcons are hot. Don't let them get hot.
I cannot lie. I'm kind of surprised the Falcons pulled that one off. I thought for sure they weren't going to get that 3rd win, but they're kind of cooking. 17 teams remain, which means 1 team is left to not make the top half of the NFL, and the attacking team is the Bengals. Who will the Bengals be attacking? They're going south. The Bengals are taking on the Titans.
Bengals versus Titans. Winner makes it to the Sweet 16. Loser is eliminated. The Titans take an early lead, but the Bengals tie it up. The Bengals now take the lead 14-7. Can the Titans respond? No, the Bengals extend their lead now 21-10 into the 4th quarter. They're going to run out the clock, and the Titans have been eliminated. The Cincinnati Bengals are moving on.
The Titans have been eliminated, which means we are down to the final 16 in our Imperialism. Here is what that map looks like. And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see who the next team to attack is going to be. It'll be the Falcons. Which way will the Falcons be going? They're going south. They're going to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Falcons, Bucks. Falcons already up 7-3 here. Now 14-3, looking to win another game, 21-3. The Falcons might be the team to beat in this Imperialism. 24-6 into the 4th quarter. Tampa scores, but it is too little too late. The Falcons win another game, and they take down the Buccaneers by a score of 24-13.
Do you guys believe the run the Atlanta Falcons are on right now? Especially having already played 4 games? I mean, come on, what a run from them. Final 15. Which team will be attacking next? It's gonna be the Buffalo Bills. Which way will the Bills be attacking? They're going northeast, and they're taking on the New York Giants.
Bills Giants, the battle of the real New York team and the New Jersey team. The Giants are off to a 14-0 lead. Are the Bills gonna go down this early in their first matchup? 17-7 going into the 4th quarter. Giants extend their lead to 13, now 16. The Giants run away with it. The Bills have been eliminated already. That is crazy. In their first matchup, they lose to the Giants.
The Bills are gone. The Eagles are gone. That's 2 heavy favorites already gone in this Imperialism. And it was even the Giants that took them out. And we're back to the wheel. Which team is going to attack next? It'll be the Cincinnati Bengals. And which way will the Bengals be attacking? They're going southeast. Looks like they're taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Can the Bengals pull off the upset, or will the Falcons continue their dominant run in this Imperialism? They are up 6-3. Bengals looking to score, no. The Falcons get the ball coming out of half. They don't score. It is still 6-3 going into the 4th. The Falcons score a touchdown to go up by 10. And the Bengals cannot get into the end zone. That's going to do it. The Falcons stay hot, and they win again, defeating the Cincinnati Bengals.
You know, the problem with the Falcons winning all these games is they're getting so much land that they are bordering a bunch of teams left. They're going to keep playing over and over again. Are they going to continue to win? It's the $1 million question. And we're spinning the wheel. The next team attacking, it's going to be the Detroit Lions. Which way will the Lions be attacking? They're going south. The Lions will be taking on the Colts.
You got to think with the teams left, the Lions got to be a favorite in this one. 7-0 in favor of them early. Can they score again? Yes, 14-0. It is 14-3 at halftime. The Lions are leading. Colts score coming out of half, but the Lions respond. It is 21-9, now 24-9. That's going to do it. The Lions run through the Colts, and they will be moving on, and the Colts will be eliminated.
The Lions are taking over Colts territory. I believe that only leaves 3 teams that haven't played yet. Sometimes you just gotta be lucky in this Imperialism. 12 teams remain. Which one will be attacking next? It's gonna be the Chiefs. And which way will the Chiefs be attacking? It looks like they're going west. That's going to pit them against the Seattle Seahawks.
Gotta think the Chiefs are the other favorites in this one, and they're off to a 7-0 lead here. Can Seattle make the comeback from 14 now? 14-point lead at half for the Chiefs. Can they maintain their lead 21-0? Are the Seahawks going to score? They do, but it is too little too late. The Chiefs run away with this one 26-7, and they will be taking over the PNW.
And the rich get richer in this Imperialism. The entire West Coast is basically gone, minus LA down here. And we're spinning the wheel. Let's see which team is next to attack. It's going to be the New Orleans Saints. And let's see which way the Saints will be attacking. Looks like they're going north. That's going to pit them against the Atlanta Falcons.
Of all the teams left, can it be the Saints to take down the Falcons? The Falcons off to a 7-0 lead. Not looking to lose their hot streak yet. 7-0 at halftime still. Their defense is holding strong, but can they hold on through the fourth quarter? No points through 3. It is 7-0, and that is a final score. The Atlanta Falcons defense dominates the Saints. The Falcons with, I believe, their 5th win already of this Imperialism? Will they continue this hot streak now with 10 teams remaining?
I just can't believe it's the Falcons on a run like this. You'd think eventually they'd have to lose, right? But they just keep going. And the Falcons officially take over Saints territory, and just like that, 10 teams remain in our Imperialism. Down to 10. Let's see which team will be next to attack. It's going to finally be the Dolphins. And which way will the Dolphins be attacking? They can only really go one direction, so another Falcons matchup.
The Dolphins have laid low. Have they waited all this time to make their move? They are off to an early lead 6-0. Can the Falcons respond? No. Still 6-0 at halftime. Can the Dolphins pull off the upset? It is 6-3. Now 13-3. Falcons are going to need 2 scores in this quarter, and they're not going to do it. The Miami Dolphins in their first game take down the hottest team in the Imperialism. The Atlanta Falcons have been eliminated, and the Miami Dolphins are moving on.
You know, sometimes that's just the way Imperialism goes. You do all this work, and you lose one game, and all your progress is gone. Now no one's ever going to remember the run the Falcons went on because the Dolphins beat them and took all their land. Let's spin the wheel again and see which team is next. It's going to finally be the Rams. Again, they can only really go one direction, so this wheel spin's a formality. They're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dare I say it, possible Super Bowl matchup here. Chiefs and Rams both score early. Chiefs score again 14-7. Winner will take the West Coast here. Who will it be? The Chiefs up 17-7, now 24-7. Rams in their first game did not impress, and they go down to the Kansas City Chiefs 24-7. And the Chiefs will have the entire West Coast.
Not a lot to gain here for Kansas City, but everything to lose, and that's all that really matters. Sometimes it's not about winning, it's about not losing. And we're down to 8. Down to the Elite 8. Let's spin the wheel and see which team will be next. It's gonna be the Detroit Lions. Which way will the Lions be attacking? They're going southwest. Looks like they're taking on the Bears.
Been a while since we've seen the Bears in action here, but here they are at the final 8, and they're up 7-0, now 7-3. Now extend their lead 14-3. Can the Bears pull off the upset? It is 14-11. Detroit looking to tie it up, but the Bears run away with this one, a 10-point lead, and they're going to defeat the Detroit Lions. The Bears come out on top, and the Lions have been eliminated.
This has been a wild Imperialism so far. Another favorite knocked off the board here by the Chicago Bears. And they are, in fact, the last NFC North team remaining here. And we're down to 7. Let's see which team will attack next. We're finally getting the Dallas Cowboys. Which way will the Cowboys be attacking? They're going east. The Cowboys will face the Miami Dolphins.
We are finally getting our last team to play here, the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see what they have in store. 3-0 early lead for them in the first quarter. Now 10-0 at halftime. Can the Cowboys defeat the Dolphins and take all of Atlanta's hard work? The Dolphins score. They have a chance to win it here, and they don't. The Cowboys defense holds. A statement that hasn't been said much this season, but today they have held, and they are The winners of this Imperialism match 13-7, they will be moving on, and the Miami Dolphins will be eliminated.
A classic tale of Imperialism. The Cowboys in their first game come in and take all the hard work of the Falcons and Dolphins before them. All you could do is win the games put in front of you, and the Dallas Cowboys did just that. We're down to 6. And we're spinning the wheel down to the final 6. Which team will be attacking next? It's gonna be the Chiefs. Which way will the Chiefs be attacking? Looks like they're going east, and it looks like they're taking on the Chicago Bears.
Can the Bears take out the favorites again, or will the Chiefs steamroll them like they've steamrolled everybody in this competition so far? 3-0 at halftime. A real commanding lead here. 10-0 now. Can the Chiefs hold on to the fourth quarter? Will they shut out the Bears? No, the Bears score, but they can't get the onside kick. It is a final score of 10-7. The Chiefs will continue to move on, and the Bears have been eliminated.
A valiant effort from the Chicago Bears, but unfortunately the Chiefs are too much in Madden simulation. And just like that, we are down to our final 5. And we're spinning the wheel. Which team will be next? It's going to be the New York Giants. And which way will the Giants be attacking? They're going west. Looks like they're taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The winner gets to go to the Final Four. Who's going to come out on top? The Steelers off to a 7-0 lead here. A 14-0 lead at halftime. Now 21. Can the Giants respond? Can Jackson Dart respond? 21-3. That's it. The Pittsburgh Steelers shut down the Giants, and they are moving on.
Giants, you had a fun run there beating the Buffalo Bills, but unfortunately you couldn't take down the Steelers. So the Steelers will be taking over the eastern part of New York here, and we're down to our final 4. Which team will be attacking first in our final 4 here? It's gonna be the Dallas Cowboys. Which way will the Cowboys be attacking? Looks like they're going west, and they're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
In the Final Four, we got the Chiefs taking on the Cowboys. Chiefs punt early. Cowboys going the other way. They get 7. Can the Chiefs respond? They do with a field goal. It is 7-3 now. At the end of the first quarter, Cowboys punt away to the Chiefs. Chiefs driving. They punt it away. The Cowboys now punt it back. And kickoff goes to the Chiefs in the second half here. It is still 7-3. The Chiefs score. It is now 10-7. Can the Cowboys respond? No, they punt. The Chiefs now score again, 17-7. Can the Cowboys respond? No, the Chiefs are going to run away with this one, 31-7 now. And the Cowboys looking for a garbage time touchdown. They get one. 31-13 is the final. The Kansas City Chiefs dominate the Dallas Cowboys.
And just like that, everyone has forgotten about the Atlanta Falcons. Because the Kansas City Chiefs are taking over pretty much everything here. Only 2 teams stand between the Chiefs and the Imperialism Championship. Who's gonna pull it out down to our final 3? 3 teams remain. Who will be attacking? It's gonna be the Chiefs. The Chiefs only really border the Steelers, so here we go. Chiefs Steelers.
Chiefs versus Steelers. The winner will be in the championship. The Chiefs punt on their opening drive. The Steelers driving now. They score. They get 7. Can they play defense? They cannot. The Chiefs tie it up 7-7 now. Steelers punt. The Chiefs get the field goal right before half. It is 10-7. The Steelers now get the kickoff. Can they score? No, they punt. The Chiefs going the other way. They're driving and they score. It is now a 10-point game. Can the Steelers respond? No, they punt it away and the Chiefs score again. It is 24-7. Now 24-14. This one's getting out of hand. I don't think we need to cut to the field for this one. 24-14. Another dominant win from the Chiefs.
Unfortunately, another dominant win there. Nothing too exciting happening. Maybe the Patriots could pull it off. I'm just saying. We've seen the Patriots get upset in Super Bowls before. Could be time to go the other way. Spin to see which team will attack and be the away team. Of course, it'll be the Patriots.
And here we are, the long-anticipated championship here. The Patriots and the Chiefs. Who will come out on top? The Chiefs off to a 7-0 lead. They score. And can the Patriots respond? They do with a field goal. It is 7-3. Now the Patriots kick another field goal. 7-6. 6-7, as the children say. Second half here. Patriots get the ball. They're driving. They take the lead 9-7. Can the Chiefs respond? No, they turn it over. The Patriots going the other way, and they score. The Chiefs down by 9. Need to score here. They do. 16-10. The Patriots have second and 11. This one looks like it's out of reach for the Chiefs, but stranger things have happened in Madden. The Patriots drop back to throw, and it's actually caught. That's going to end the game. The New England Patriots are your Imperialism champions. Barring anything ridiculous, they are. Drake May's going to take his knee. Wow. I cannot believe they threw the ball there, and I can't believe it worked. What an upset. They take down the Chiefs. Do you believe it?
And just like that, the Chiefs tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. In Imperialism, all you need to do is win one game, and that's all that matters. And the New England Patriots somehow are your Imperialism champions.
Make sure you guys subscribe for more Madden and football content.